Sure. Hi, I'm Sam. I'm the PR manager for YOOZOO Games.
What is it about in the game, in the browser game?
In the browser game, it is mainly about taking on the role of a Lord of Westeros, and you go through and you want to essentially unite all the Seven Kingdoms, and you do that by building up your castle, building up your army, and going forth and conquering.
So I think what's really interesting is the cooperation with HBO. Mm-hmm. How was it to work with them together?
Yeah, we work super closely with HBO all the time, and actually on both sides, in terms of HBO and in terms of YOOZOO, there's a long approval process because this is a game that we want to get very loyal to the show and loyal to the themes and the characters and the settings. So the work with HBO has been super close so far.
Okay, the first very important question is, how does it end?
I'm not sure I can tell you that quite yet. I think you'd have to find out.
Oh, what a shame. Okay, so of course, if it's based on the books and this TV series from HBO, a lot of main people died in the first 30, 40 episodes. Do we see them again in the game, or is it dead is dead?
In terms of the characters that you'll actually see, they will be released soon. I can't actually tell you too much yet about the characters and who will specifically turn up, but what I can tell you is it will be your A-list of all the characters that you do want to see, whether or not it's if they're already dead or alive or where they are at. We'll have to see.
Okay. It's a browser game.
Yes.
So of course you have to make a little bit money. It's free to play. Mm-hmm. So where do come money in the where can you spend money? What is it? Time savers? What is it?
Yeah, in terms of the actual monetization, it is a free-to-play game. However, the actual monetization system itself is yet to be decided. It is a very sensitive topic when you mention the free-to-play game straight away. However, that's something that obviously we want to get right. It's something that's in cooperation with HBO as well too. So we will have more news on that very soon.
You say you can play PvP, PvE. That's right, you have both modes.
In terms of PvP and PvE, I can't really say too much, I'm sorry, but there is definitely PvP where you will be able to raise your army, play with your friends, and then battle against the other Lords of Westeros. In terms of how the PvE factors into it, then you'll know more information about it soon. And hopefully we'll have gameplay trailers and everything for you too as well soon.
And you can build cities, of course, right?
Yes, that's actually a super core part of the gameplay, is building your city and making it essentially your own base, where you bring your characters that you get from the show, that you recruit from the show, and where you train your army up. And how you build your base and how it looks is really customizable and is down to you as well. Cool. Okay.
So you have 600 million global downloads with your games, is that right?
We have 800 million players for our games right now. That's across all of our games. That's whether that's our browser games or our mobile games.
How many players do you expect for Game of Thrones?
Well, we don't actually have a specific target in terms of players, but we do have a lot of expectations in terms of how well this will do, because it is a global phenomenon as part of the Game of Thrones series, part of HBO. It is also part of why we wanted this IP and why we really wanted to make this game in particular, is because Game of Thrones is that global phenomenon that everyone's passionate about. And it is a great opportunity for us to both work with HBO and to be able to release this game as well.
And you don't have to pay for the game?
No, you don't have to pay for the game, not upon release.
Maybe one last question. I'm personally very interested in, will there be a red wedding?
Red Wedding. Well, what I can tell you is you will be interacting with the story of Game of Thrones all over again. It does start relatively close to the beginning again, and you will be interacting with the story. Which particular events and how they come into the game, you'll have to see, but you do interact with the story again of Game of Thrones.
Cool. I was so shocked. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you.